President, as the world now knows, over the weekend, Congress passed a short-term funding bill to prevent a government shutdown. I want to commend Speaker McCarthy and the members of the House on both sides of the aisle from finding a path forward to keep the government open for the next 45 days while the two chambers advanced full-year appropriations bills. The failure to advance those bills was in fact the reason why we came up against the end of the fiscal year deadline and had to resort to a short-term continuing resolution. Now, I've made my feelings about government shutdowns crystal clear. They don't save any money. They don't solve any problems. And the same problems that caused you to shut down the government are still there staring you in the face when you reopen. They are not in anyone's best interest, unless you're concerned primarily with politics and the blame game. When the government shuts down, millions of federal workers are left without being paid. Now, that doesn't mean they don't have to continue doing their job. It just means they won't get paid. That includes members of the military, our frontline border security personnel, and so many others. I'm glad their families don't have to confront the reality of a shutdown today. Beyond the impact on individual workers, shutdowns impact critical functions of the federal government. Immigration court hearings are canceled, resulting in an even greater backlog of pending cases. The E-Verify system, which is designed to allow employers to determine whether somebody can lawfully work in the United States, is taken offline, meaning employers have no way to verify job applicants' employment eligibility. In many cases, federal investigators aren't able to pursue leads of potential criminal activity, develop evidence, or even bring enforcement actions against bad actors. Programs that support our veterans, low-income families, and other vulnerable Americans are temporarily paralyzed. So there are no winners during a government shutdown. The overwhelming majority of us, and I believe of the country, understand that. So I'm glad we were able to avert a crisis at the last minute. But the fact we even landed in that situation represents a failure of Congress to govern.
Hello, friends. This is not good. Fears of another government shutdown are rising once again. The House of Representatives is now debating about who will be the next House Speaker. Many Democrats are worried about how this could affect the next major spending bill. Lawmakers have also announced that many Americans may still claim $600 million in inflation relief money. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to find out how you can claim this relief. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Please make sure that you do stay tuned because I'll be announcing the winners of yesterday's giveaway. It's been just 5 days since Congress averted a government shutdown by extending federal funding through November 17th. But concern is already growing that the Republican revolt against former Speaker Kevin McCarthy and the ongoing turmoil in the House will make a government shutdown harder to avoid next month. As a race to replace Kevin McCarthy heats up, the Washington Post says that the risk of a shutdown appears to have increased, with the GOP hardliners who ousted the Speaker looking for large concessions from the White House and the Democratic-controlled Senate. The ongoing chaos in the House means that bipartisan deals will likely be even harder to reach and that lawmakers will have much less time, perhaps only about 30 days, to work on agreements to fund the U.S. government. Brian Rydell, a budget expert, told reporters it becomes substantially harder to do a government spending deal because a message has been sent that Republicans should not rely on Democrats to pass any bills. A newly chosen speaker may look to appease the lawmakers who ousted Kevin McCarthy and stick to a hard line on government spending bills, a partisan approach that the former speaker backed away from at the 11th hour. But the far right could still wind up with less under a new speaker and potentially new House rules demanded by moderates. However, the hardliners also do not have enough votes to enact their demands on spending and other priorities into law. So, dear friends, who do you think will be the next Speaker of the House? Please let me know in the comments section below. According to the Sacramento Bee, California has distributed $9.2 billion in inflation relief money to eligible taxpayers, but more than $600 million of that still has not been claimed. The California Franchise Tax Board issued 9.6 million debit cards worth $5.2 billion to middle-class households and made 7.2 million direct deposits, totaling another $4 billion. Of those debit cards, 87% have been activated. It is a value of $4.6 billion. That leaves $600 million in distributed debit cards that still have not been activated. Almost half of the activated cards have balances of zero, with $2.1 billion spent from those. It is unclear how much money has been spent from all of the activated cards. The legislature passed the inflation relief bill to authorize the California Franchise Tax Board middle-class tax refunds in July 2022. It provided one-time payments of up to $1,050 to help with inflation and high gas prices. The Consumer Price Index is a common measure of inflation, showed prices rose 9.1% from June 2021 to June 2022. That was the largest increase in 40 years. California Governor Gavin Newsom said the state would use unused middle-class tax refunds to help balance its budget shortfall of approximately $32 billion. To qualify for the payments, you must have been a California resident for at least 6 months of the 2020 tax year and been a resident when the payment is issued. You must also meet the adjusted gross income requirements and have filed a 2020 tax return. The Minnesota Department of Revenue has also said that it has completed processing the one-time tax rebate checks. The distribution started on August 16th, with direct deposits being sent out first. And where that was not possible, paper checks were issued. Over the last 45 days, the department has sent out $2.1 million rebates worth an estimated $1 billion. The checks were part of a larger $3 billion tax bill. Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan said the money came when families needed it before the back-to-school season. Depending on income guidelines and number of children, taxpayers could get up to $1,300. Over the last 45 days, the department has sent out 2.1 million rebates worth an estimated $1 billion. The checks were part of a larger $3 billion tax bill. Governor Tim Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan said the money came when families needed it before the back-to-school season. Depending on income guidelines and the number of children, taxpayers could receive up to $1,300. Well, my awesome and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dearest friends, thank you so very much for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing winners every Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. The winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Melinda Hawkins and Francis Borjaquez. Congratulations, my dearest friends! To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you could message me, friends, on my Facebook page. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.